Narrative writing is writing a story. The purpose is to entertain, but you have to, in order it to be a narrative writing, you have to have characters, setting, problem, and a solution. One way to help students write a narrative is to show the structure. First, in the introduction, you have to grab the reader's attention with an action, a dialogue, or a warning. Then you build up to the events and you develop the characters, leading to, it could be creating a flashback of what happened in the past and what's going to happen now. You can also have them set up a dilemma: who, what, where, when, why, and then solve the problem. You can also make the ending a cliffhanging, so it's not a tidy ending, or to start a new chapter, or just end the story with a conclusion. Here is an example of a fourth grader writing a narrative: The Ghost That Got Scared. Now, recount writing is very different from narrative writing. In narrative writing, you have a problem and a solution. A recount writing is a reflection, which could have a problem or it could not have a problem. It could have a solution or it could not have a solution. It's just basically telling you an event that happened in your life. It could be an incident or a science experiment, or writing an imaginary role and giving details in an event. It's basically a reflection. And in order to help students write a recount, you have them think about something meaningful that happened in their life, something that changed them as a person, or something that scared them, or they thought something was funny, and then you have them write about that experience. So usually the recount is very similar to helping them with the narrative, but in this situation, you don't have to have the writing, the story elements of character, setting, problem, solution. One way to teach young children how to recount is by doing a jumbled picture story. Here there are pictures with sentences underneath them, and they have to put it in chronological order. This helps them identify how to write a recount by doing this activity before you ask them to write their own. Report writing is informational text. This is where they're going to research about something and they're going to writing about it. And they're going to write it in a very concise manner. One way to help them write a report is explain to them how to take notes and how to paraphrase. Explain to them that the introduction is a very short paragraph, and then the body of the text, it doesn't really matter which one goes first, second, or third, because you're talking about elements within the topic that you're writing. And finally, in the conclusion, they have to summarize the main points. Here's an example of a report writing of a first grader about Spain. The last genre is argument writing or persuasive writing. Here, the author is trying to justify a particular stand or viewpoint that a writer is taking. It could be to plead a case, to promote or sell goods and services, or to put forward an argument. How to help them write an argument is also teaching them the structure. In the introduction, you should be using neutral facts like statistics or a reference to a question. And then you start your argument with reason, with concrete reasons for and concrete reasons against of what you want to do. And finally, in the summary, you draw both sides together to form your own opinion. Here's an example of a persuasive letter from a daughter to their parents about wanting and keeping a dog. And here is the end of the summary of the TKT Unit 6 writing.